Welcome to Life in Calgary, Alberta. I'm your host, Patrick Murray, and today we're going to talk about what's going on in the Calgary real estate market. But before we do that, if this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is about what it's like to eat, sleep, breathe, live, and play in Calgary, Alberta, then guys, just hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so you get notified every single time I release a new video. Now guys, I gotta tell you, I moved to Calgary in 2001 and I've been a realtor here since 2010. So I've got some specialized knowledge about the city of Calgary and the surrounding bedroom communities. So if you are considering a move to Calgary or one of these communities and you want some assistance to purchase a home, please feel free to reach out to me, send me a text, email, a phone call. My information is below. I will absolutely get back to you. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's talk about what's going on in the Calgary real estate market right after this. All right, guys, so there's lots going on in the Calgary real estate market right now. But before I do, let's set the stage. So we've got a lot of migration coming to Calgary, Alberta. We've got a lot of migration coming to Canada, but a lot to Alberta and specifically to Calgary right now. We've got the Bank of Canada raising the Bank of Canada rate, which is influencing mortgage rates, which means it's less affordable for people to purchase a home. And the homes that they can't afford previously are now less affordable. And we also see a lack of supply. So we see a lot of people either not putting their homes on the market, or they're just because of the demand, there just aren't homes available. So what's going on? Well, guys, stay tuned. Let's get into it right now. We'll talk about what's happening in the market. All right, guys, so here we go. Let's talk about what's happening. First off, we'll talk about the detached sector of the real estate market here in Calgary. So first off, I want to tell you these statistics are from the end of July 2023. The reason we don't have newer statistics here is because, well, August isn't over yet, so we don't have a full month to tell you about, but these are statistics from the end of July. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat that overall housing prices in Calgary have risen for the 7th consecutive month. And that's in all property types. And I know that seems shocking, even with interest rates, moving up as high as they are, and the government trying to cool inflation. But at the same time, because of that huge migration we have coming to our city, and because we don't have enough homes available for sale, that is what is driving the market. Now, I will tell you, I am seeing some small signs of differences as rates increase. One of them being this listing absorption rate. Now, I know if you're looking at this, you're like, well, Patrick, it's a seller's market. How is that any different? Well, it's not quite as strong as it has been previously. This is the detached sector of the market, and the listing absorption rate is 69.59% as of the end of July. That means out of the 1,720 listings available for sale, 1,197 of them sold in July, giving us this 7% rate. Now, if it was below 50% to 30% would be balanced, below 30% would be a buyer's market. But because we're above this 50% mark, in fact, let's just call it 70%, we're almost smack dab in the middle of a fairly strong seller's market. But like I said, this does seem to be going towards the balanced market a little bit. Will it continue to go? I think it really just depends on what happens with the interest rates moving forward, if we're going to see more rises or not. Now, let's go down here. So the benchmark price in our city for this month is up 0.79% from June, and up year over year 7.55% in the detached market, up to a price of $690,500. Now, these are benchmark prices, and the reason why I'm not talking about average or median prices is we could have a huge number of, say, very expensive sales in the city, or a huge number of very inexpensive sales in the city, which could skew the data. Therefore, we look at a kind of a price trend index, if you will, which is the benchmark price, which takes the price of the average detached home in Calgary in all areas of the city, puts them together, and that's how we get this price point. So it takes into account these multi-million-dollar sales and the sales of the very the more inexpensive homes as well.
And this here, this chart is our this benchmark is our 10-month price chart, if you will. So you can see last July, the benchmark price was $642,000. And then we trended down a little bit, which is normal as we get later into the summer and into the fall, and in the winter we typically see trending down. And one of the predictions from the Calgary Real Estate Boards was that we would see that our market would remain fairly flat in 2023, and we didn't expect prices to necessarily fall. If they did, maybe 1 or 2%, but we would expect that it would remain fairly flat. Well, I can tell you the market has defied that prediction. And we can see here in January, it went up to 623.9, up from 618, then to 637, to 648, to 662, to 674, to 685, to $690,500 at the end of July this year. Now, this is our 10-year benchmark price trend. Now, the cautionary statement is we are not through 2023 yet, hence the number you're seeing here of $660,300. But we can see that in 2014 is 512, 2015, we had a couple of tough months. This darker color is when prices are trending up, and then in 2016 you see prices trended down to 502, 233, a little bit up in 2017, and then kind of back down 2018, 2019, and then the pandemic hit. We were at that 483, and then it's just gone up, up, and up. So we went from 549,000 in 2021 to 629 in 2022, and here we are at 660 right now. Again, this is a conservative estimate because realistically, we're not through 2023. Right now in July, it's $690,500. So moving on, this just demonstrates further that there were 1,720 active properties for sale. The amount of properties for sales up month to month by 4.18% from June of 2023, but year to year, and this is critical here, it's down 33.74% from July of last year, and just showing that inflation is having somewhat of an impact probably on people putting on the market, because yes, you can sell your property, but where are you moving to? And in a rising market, oftentimes, to make it worth your while, if you want to, you're looking to change to a different market or that sort of thing. But we're not seeing a lot of, people retiring or moving down, buyers, that sort of thing. So, anyways, right now we see that we're way down in the amount of listings we normally have. Now, there were 1,197 sold properties month to month. That's down 21.51%. So yes, the amount of active listings was up 4.18%, but the amount of solds was down 21.51% from June. And so this, again, this could be the effects of inflation as well, but year over year, now get this, again, year over year, before we had all these inflationary issues with, the Bank of Canada raising rates and the banks raising rates, now we can see that year over year, the amount of sales we had, even though the amount sold is down month to month, it's up year over year, 5.37% from July of 2022. So I think that still tells you that we are still hungry for homes. We do need more product, and that's a big part of what's driving the prices in Calgary. Now, average days on market, roughly 22 days, and you can see here 22 days. Last July was 29 days. So we're a little more aggressive and ahead of where we were last year. So again, demonstrating that price. So now we'll take a look at the semi-detached market. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with that language, that refers to homes that are like a duplex, if you will. And Calgary has some very nice duplexes, if you will, and some not so nice duplexes. So we've got a real mix here. But let's look at the market. So the listing absorption rate is 82.1%. And that means we're in a very strong seller's market here. Now, as of July 2023, we had 257 listings, and of those 211 sold, hence that 82.1%. Now, moving down, the benchmark price is up 0.6% from June. Year over year, it's up 7.42%, up to a benchmark price of $616,800. And if we look at the benchmark price trend chart, you can see it's the highest it's been all year long. But again, you can see last year it was 574. And here we are, 616 last month, 613, so on and so forth. So you can see we've been trending upwards. All these dark colors are trending upwards in price. Now, the benchmark price trend chart for the 10-year chart, 2014, we're at 410. So we went up 2014, 2015, down in 2016 to 402, up in 2017 to 411. And we had a few months of that down, down, down. Again, this is when other markets were going up in prices, such as Toronto, Vancouver. We were lagging because we weren't seeing the same benefits at that time. So we've gone down, but now the roles are kind of reversed. Their markets are going down a little bit, and you can see that our prices are trending upwards. So essentially, people say, "Oh, it's so shocking how expensive prices are in Calgary right now." But what you have to remember is we are actually playing catch up in the market because we had such a few very difficult years. We're just catching up to the other major marketplaces in Canada. So here we are further demonstrating the 257 active listings in July. Now that's down 4.1% from June, and the amount of solds was 211 out of that 257, but that's down 12.08% from June. Now, year over year, the amount of actives, now this is telling, we had, 40.37 more last year. So it's down 40.37% from July of last year. But the amount of solds is up 21.97% from July. Wow, what a telling figure. And here's days on market here. The days on market chart we can see is 20 days. July is 29 last year. Here we are at 20. So again, we're a bit ahead of the curve, and you can see the price distribution. I didn't show the price distribution for the detached sector, but not to worry. We don't need to go into that right now. We'll just keep moving ahead here. But you can see the highest amount of sales in the detached sector is at 5 to 600,000, followed by that 4 to 500 range, followed by the 3 to 400 range, and then that 800 to $900,000 range, 7 to 800, and then that 6 to $700,000 range. I told you we had some nice semi-detached homes in Calgary. Okay, guys, and this is the row market, which is townhouses, if you will. Now, check out this chart, a listing absorption rate of 117.63%. Wow, we're not just 100% seller's market, we are beyond in this sector of the market. So as of July 2023, we had 397 listings came on the market. 467 listings were sold in July. Wow. So the benchmark price is up 1.88% from June. Year over year, it's up 13.7%, almost 14% from July of last year. Benchmark price is now $407,500. And here's that, 10-month, or pardon me, 12-month. I think I've been calling it a 10-month chart trend, month chart trend. It's a 12-month because there are 12 months in a year. Bear with me as I have my senior moment. Here we go. So 358 in July, 357 in August, trending up, then down in September, then up in October, November, December. Pardon me, down in October, November, December, then up in January, February, March, just going up, up, up. Of course, it's the highest it's been. And here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year price chart trend. Get that right. 12 months, 10 years. And you can see in 2014, we were down at 318 and then went up 2015 as well, then down for a few years. Again, these were these years of suffering in Calgary, and now the market's been rebounding, 309, 355, 382, 300. Of course, we're not through the year yet. We're just talking about the end of July. And now we'll talk about the apartment sector of the market, condominium apartments. And here we see a similar trend to the detached homes at that 69.3% listing absorption rate, almost 70%. So as of July 2023, we had 1,114 listings, 772 of them sold in the month. Now, the benchmark price is up 0.89% from June. Year over year, it is up 12.13% from July. And you can see it is now up to $305,900. Now, here's that 12-month price trend chart. There we go. Got that right this time. So again, dark is up, blue is down. You can see we went down in August, September, up in October, down November, December, and then again defying the odds. Now, it was predicted in the CREB forecast that what would be maintaining the market from falling deeper into decline in Calgary would be the townhome and apartment sector of the market. Of course, we're up across all sectors, so we've certainly defied that. But again, you can see that prediction somewhat true. That here we are in the apartment sector, and we're 273 in February, 281, 288, 294, 298, 303. 305,900. Now that's all condominium apartments throughout the city of Calgary. And here we are, the 10-year price chart trend. 2014, 2015 were up, and then down 2016, 17, 18, 19, and 20. In fact, there were years here where we had an oversupply of condominium apartments on the market, which really hurt this sector of the market. But now you can see we're rebounding. In fact, it's saying for 2023, we're at 292,071. Again, this isn't over yet. You can see actually in July, we're at 305,900. So I predict we will beat this 2014 trend if things keep going and trending upwards the way they are. And again, this is just another way of looking at those active and sold listings. You can see there were 1,114 active listings. Now, month over month, that's down 0.18% from June. Year over year, the amount of listings is down roughly 30% from July of last year. Now, 772 sold month over month. That's down 9.92% from June. But year over year, look at this, up like over 50% from July of 2022, which is phenomenal. Here's that days on market trend. It's 27 days. Now you can see in July, we're at 27 days here, but look at last July, 37 days. So you can see that it's been trending downwards, downwards, downwards somewhat. So again, we are ahead of last year's stats in that regard. All right, guys. So let's talk about what's going on in each sector of the city to better understand the charts and the statistics in real estate for the city of Calgary. So the city of Calgary real estate map is split into 8 sectors. And I like that. It used to be in the 4 quadrants, and I didn't like that so much. I think this 8 sectors idea is a better idea. So right in the middle, this purple, that's the city center. And then we'll move to the west over to 9 o'clock, if you will, talk about the west sector, and then we'll start going clockwise. So we'll go up to the northwest, which is this kind of darker pink here at that 10:30, and then we'll go up to 12 o'clock to the north in this light blue, followed by the northeast in this light pink. This is the second most affordable sector of the city, out by the airport here. Then we'll go to 3 o'clock to the east in this green, and that is the most affordable sector of the city. Then we'll go down to the southeast in this yellow, and then down to what's called the south, which is in this brown, but really encompasses the south and the southwest, if you will. All right, guys. So now we're going to talk about what's going on with the detached, semi-detached, row, and apartment sectors of the market within all of the 8 areas of the market in Calgary. And we're going to start with that city center. So first things first, I want you to pay attention to these dials that you're seeing across the top here. So you can see we've got buyers, balance, sellers market here. And it's going to differ from sector of the city to sector of the city, as you'll see. In fact, this is probably the least sellers type of market that you're going to see in the areas that we're going to look at today, if you take into account all 4 dials here with all 4 property types. And I'll also just preface this here with city center in the middle of the in the map here, that this is one of the most expensive areas of the city. It's kind of between city center and the west sector of the market that are the most expensive. So let's jump into things here. So we've got the detached homes in the city center, and you can see this this dial is pointing towards the balanced sector of the market, because the absorption rate here is 33%, meaning we're in balanced territory for detached homes in the city center. And what that means is there were 340 active homes for sale, and 112 of those sold, or 33% of the homes sold, hence the balanced market. Now, the benchmark price here for a detached home in city center is $857,400. Now, that's down 0.01% from June of 2023, but up 3.49% from July of last year in 2022. And the average days on market here is 37 days on market. Now, if we move to the semi-detached sector of the market, you'll see this dial is up at 50%. Hence, we're between that balance and that seller's market. And that's because there were 111 active semi-detached homes and 55 of them sold. And the benchmark price for this sector of the market in the inner city is $846,400. And that's down 0.11% from June of 2023, but up 4.26% from July of last year. And the average days on market is 24. Now we move to the row or townhouse sector. You can see the listing absorption rate is 69%. So we're a strong seller's market. So there were 84 active properties for sale, 58 sold, hence at 69%. The benchmark price here is $546,000 in the city center for a row house or a townhome. That's up month over month, 0.22% from last month in June. Year over year, it's up 10.44% from July of 2022, with an average days on market of 26. And then we've got the apartment condominium sector. Now, keep in mind, city center probably has the most condo apartment listings of any sector in the city. There were 641 actives, and that's because of the downtown guys and the high rises and that sort of thing. So 641 active condominium apartments for sale, 322 of those sold, or roughly 50%. Hence the 50% listing absorption rate. The benchmark price is $327,600. Month over month, that's down slightly, 0.18% from last month in June. But year over year, it's up 5.95% from July of 2022, 34 days on market. All right, now we're going to look at the west sector of the market. Now check out these dials. They look very different, right? We don't see anything in the 50% zone. Everything is strong seller's market across the board. Now, again, I said that this is one of the more expensive areas of the city, just like city center. And you'll notice that here with the benchmark price of $880,700 for a detached home. So that's up 0.36% from June, and year over year, it's up 6.69% from July of last year. So there were 178 active homes for sale, 134 of them sold, hence that 75% listing absorption rate, and the average days on market was 24. And then we look at the semi-detached homes, and we can see we're in a strong seller's market. There were actually 20 active homes for sale, 21 sold, so actually over 100% absorption rate. The benchmark price is $749,900 month over month. That's up 0.42% from June, but year over year, it's up 8.35% from July of 2022, with 17 days on market on average. And then if we look at the row houses, we can see again, strong seller's market here in the west. 59 actives, 56 sold, hence that 95% listing absorption rate. The benchmark price is $424,200. That's up 3.87% from last month, and year over year, it's up 14.25% from July of 2022. So quite a jump here from last year, 15 days on market on average. And then we'll look at the condominium apartments. Again, strong seller's market. That's because there were 88 actives, 78 sold, 89% listing absorption rate. The benchmark price here is $316,500. That's up 1.09% from June. Year over year, it's up 9.9%, so almost 10% from July of last year. The average days on market is 24. And we're going to move into the northwest sector of the market. This is probably the third most expensive area, so it's kind of between city center and west, and then moving up to the northwest for the most expensive sectors of the city. And again, look at these dials, very strong seller's market all the way along. So different from the city center, right? Very interesting. So let's dig in here. Let's look at detached homes. So the absorption rate is 81%, and that's because there were 187 active homes for sale, 151 sold. So that's that, again, that 81% listing absorption rate. The benchmark price here is $720,400 for a detached home in the Northwest. Month over month, that's up 0.59% from June, but year over year, it's up 8.76% from July of 2022, with 20 days on market. Then let's look at the semi-detached sector. Well, 15 actives, 15 sold, hence that 100% listing absorption rate, strong seller's market. Benchmark price here is $587,200, which is up 0.22% from June. Year over year, it's up 7.76% from July. Days on market is 15 days on market on average. And then we look at the row, which is the townhome sector of this market. There were 38 actives, 37 sold, hence that 97% listing absorption rate, giving us that very strong seller's market. The benchmark price here is $394,300. That's up 0.95% from June. Year over year, it's up 7.21% from July of 2022, with 17 days on market on average. And if we look at the apartments condominiums sector of the market in the Northwest, we see there are 68 actives, but 69 sold. So the absorption rate is actually over 100%, hence this strong seller's market. And the benchmark price here is $280,300. That's up 2.22% from June. And year over year, it's up 11.41% from July of 2022. 30 days on market on average. And now we'll jump over to the north sector of the market. Again, look at these dials. Wow, strong, strong seller's market. Okay, let's dig in, guys. So we can see here that there were 172 active homes for sale, 166 of those sold in the north, hence that 97% listing absorption rate, giving us that strong seller's market. The benchmark price for a detached home in the north is $636,900. That's up 0.92% from June. Year over year, it's up 7.71% from July of last year, with an average days on market of 19. The semi-detached properties, again, strong seller's market. That's because there were 19 actives, but 20 sold. Hence, the absorption rate is actually over 100%. The benchmark price here is $489,400. That's up 1.22% from June. Year over year, it's up 7.07% from July, just 16 days on market. And then the townhouse or row sector, there were 46 actives. Check it out, folks. 84 sold. Not only is this a strong seller's market, I mean, the dial is looping itself practically, right? So the benchmark price here is $387,800. That's up month to month, 2.11% in 1 month. Year over year, it's up 11.79% from July of 2022. 21 days on market. Let's look at the apartment sector. We've got 58 actives, 51 sold, hence the 88% listing absorption rate. Again, strong seller's market. Benchmark price is $289,100. That's up 0.98% from last month. But year over year, guys, check this out. Year over year, that's up 17.09%. Boy, wouldn't you like to purchase last year in this market? It's 21 days on market on average. And going to the northeast sector of the market. Now, folks, this is the second most affordable area of Calgary. This is up to the northeast by the airport area, that sort of thing. And there's much more to it than just the airport, guys. Trust me. So there's a lot of communities up there. But let's dig in here and look at detached homes. First off, check out the dials. Again, everything is seller's market. We've got detached homes. There are 277 for sale last month. 185 of those sold. Hence the listing absorption rate of 67%. Again, that strong seller's market. Benchmark price here for a house, again, you're going to notice some differences, is $539,800. That's up 2.04% from June. Year over year, it's up 11.95% from July of last year, 22 days on market on average. Looking at the semi-detached sector of the market, we've got 30 actives, 39 sold. The benchmark price here, sorry guys, and that's a listing absorption rate that's well over 100%. The benchmark price here is $385,400. That's up 2.01% from last month. And year over year, it's up 12.43% from July of 2022, with 24 days on market on average. And then coming over to the row or townhouse sector, there were 57 actives. But guys, check this out. 88 sold. Again, strong seller's market. This absorption rate is well over 100%. Benchmark price here, it's $317,500. That's up 3.18% from June. Year over year, guys, hold on to your stocks. Year over year, that's up 24.56% from July of last year. That's almost 25% with 21 days on market on average last month. Okay. Apartment condominiums, 68 actives, 53 sold. Hence the absorption rate is 78%. Still a strong seller's market. Benchmark price is $256,800. Month to month, that's up 2.97%, almost 3%. That's pretty good in 1 month. Year over year, up 19.72% from July, almost 20%. 21 days on market on average last month. Okay, and now we're dipping over to the east. This is the most affordable sector of the market, then followed by the northeast. And again, check out these styles. Again, everything's in seller's market territory here. Let's jump into the detached homes. Um, 49 actives, 35 sold. That listing absorption rate is 71%. The benchmark price here again, you're noticing this different pricing from area to area. The benchmark price for a home here is $452,700, so well below that $690,500 citywide. Month to month, this benchmark price is up 1.32% from last month. Year over year, though, get ready, guys, it's up 18.73% from July, and with 21 days on market on average. Looking at the semi-detached, please. Okay, we've got 15 actives, 9 sold, hence a 60% listing absorption rate, still in seller's territory. Benchmark price here is $343,400. That's up 2.11% from last month. Year over year, hold on to your socks again, guys. Year over year, it's up 20.41% from July of last year. 24 days on market on average. Going to the townhouse sector. 13 actives, 9 sold, hence the listing absorption rate of 69%. The benchmark price here for is $240,600 month to month. That's up 2.86% year to year, guys. Again, another spectacular jump, up almost 18.99%. Well, up 18.99%, almost 19% from July of 2022, and an average days on market of 26. And the condominium apartments, well, there were 22 actives last month, but 25 sold, so this absorption rate is well over 100%. Hence, strong seller's market. The benchmark price here, $212,400. That's up 4.48% from June year over year. It's up, get ready, 22.92% from July of last year, and just 24 days on market on average last month. And going to the southeast, again, look at these dials. Totally different neighborhood here, guys. Strong seller's market across all the way. And let's check out the pricing here. So detached homes, we had 197 actives, 167 sold for a listing absorption rate of 85%. So very strong seller's market. Benchmark price here is $670,000 for a detached home. That's up month to month, 1.16%. Year over year, it's up 6.33% from July of 2022. Average days on market is 18. Now, the semi-detached homes, there were 13 actives, but guys, check it out, 21 sold. So this listing absorption rate is well over 100%. Strong seller's market. The benchmark price here is $472,200. That's up 0.83% from June last month. And year to year, it's up 7.29% with 17 days on market on average. Going to the townhouse sector, there were 55 active, but 58 sold. Again, a listing absorption rate that's actually well over 100% here. Hence the strong seller's market. Benchmark price is $412,200. That's up 2.13% from last month. Year to year, it's up 11.2% from July of last year, 16 days on market. And let's look at the apartment condominiums. There were 66 active, 64 sold, 97% listing absorption rate, strong seller's market. Benchmark price here is $321,500. That's up 2.55% from last month. Year to year, it's up 14.62% from July of 2022, just 19 days on market on average. And going to our final district of the city or area, if you will, the south, which encompasses the southwest. Again, look at these dials. We've got some sellers markets, but very strong sellers market in some of the criteria of the city, some of the housing types here. Jumping into the detached homes, there were 309 actives, 240 sold, hence the 78% listing absorption rate for detached homes. Strong sellers market though, and the benchmark price is $663,700 here. Average days on market is 21. Now, if we look at the semi-detached homes, there were 29 active, 28 sold. Wow. So let's take a look here. That's 97% listing absorption rate. Strong sellers market. The benchmark price is $483,100. That's up 1.13% from last month. Year to year, it's up 8.1% from July, 15 days on market. Going over to the townhouse sector, 44 actives, 77 sold. Listing absorption rate well over 100%. Strong seller's market. Benchmark price here, $362,100, up 2.4% from June. Year to year, guys, look at this, up 20.1% from July of 2022, 18 days on market on average. And the apartment condominium sector, there were 103 actives, 110 sold, hence The very strong seller's market, it's actually the listing absorption is over 100%. Benchmark price here, 274,900. That's up 1.1, pardon me, 1.51% from last month. Year over year, though, 14.49% from July of 2022. Average days on market, just 20 days.
So like I said earlier, if you are considering a move to Calgary, Alberta, and you would like some assistance to purchase a home, feel free to reach out to me, send me a text, email, a phone call, whatever. My information is below. I will absolutely get back to you so you can start living your life in Calgary, Alberta.